darker than the ocean, deeper than the sea. You got it.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first time making a video, so I decided to make a question and answer video. I posted it on my Instagram and my Snapchat, basically asking people to ask me questions of what they would like to know about me, and I got a lot of questions, but I'm only going to answer a few because some of them are really personal. So yes, this is my first video. It's going to be a beauty lifestyle YouTube. I'm going to teach you guys a lot about how I do my hair, how I do my makeup, and everything about my brand as a whole. So yeah, let's get started. First things first, I have a brand. It's called Blink Beauty Co. I sell extensions, full lace wigs, and mink lashes, and I always get so many questions about like how I started my business, you know, so I just thought like this question and answer would be good to actually answer these questions, let everybody know, like, you know, people think running a business is so easy, but it's not. It requires a lot of hard work and dedication, and you really have to keep yourself motivated. So I'm gonna let you guys know how I do that. So when starting your business, how did you overcome your fear or even doubts that you got from loved ones? So they said, coming from someone that looks up to you in your business, but I feel stomped up on everyone every step of the way. Yeah. So to answer your question, how did I overcome any fear or doubts? I mean, I'm the kind of person where I don't really care what people think. Like, I do what I want for me. So because I have that mindset, it's easy to ignore everybody else's opinions. Because if you focus on what other people think, you're really never going to get anywhere. It's very important to have that tunnel vision and just focus on your own goals and keep yourself, you know, dedicated to accomplishing things that you want. So for people that I did talk about, you know, starting my brand with, you know, there were people that had doubts like, oh, you know, why do you want to sell hair? Why do you want to sell lashes? Everybody does that. Everybody does everything. So at the end of the day, once you focus yourself and you know that you're going to set yourself apart, at that point it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because nobody's going to understand your vision better than you. So that's basically, I guess, how I overcame it. Just, you know, don't care. Like, do everything for yourself and fuck the critics, pretty much. Because at the end of the day, the same people that's telling you not to do something, they're scared of doing something themselves. So they're gonna always try to put that fear they have on themselves onto you. Another question is, what school do you attend? I go to Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm actually on my senior year. I'm about to graduate December 2018. It's been a long time coming, but I'm about to be done. I'm a business administration major at my university, and you know, it's been a struggle going to school and running a business. Oh, and that was another question I got. How do you manage to keep your business running, being a student, and spending time with your family and friends? How do I manage it? I really don't manage it. It's really hard. Like, being a full-time student, taking 15 to 18 credits a semester is so much, and still running a business and making time for my friends is definitely a challenge. Like, there's times when I'll have finals, but I still have to send out orders, and I still have other family obligations that I have to attend to. And it's like, there's so much that you as one person can do, but you just have to find time to, like, what I do is I write a to-do list. Like, the main things I have to get done for my business will come first. I always say I'm a business person first, student second. So I get all my business things done first, then I'll focus on my schoolwork, and then if I have time for friends, I'll make that time. But that'll usually be on like the weekends, because that's when I'll usually go back home to New York and, you know, have fun. But it's definitely very hard. Like, you have to really be committed to the things you have to get done, because if you're not mentally strong or focused on what you have to get done, it's easy to get distracted. So as much as you might have homework and you might have things that you have to do for your business, you're gonna be all over the place. So it's definitely important to organize. Like, I have a planner, I write everything down. I have to write my thoughts down because my mind is always all over the place. So definitely getting a planner will help keep yourself organized. But as for family and friends, they understand that I have a lot going on, so it's never really too much of a challenge to, you know, accommodate time for them. A question I got was, this is for like my brand now, was it hard finding a good vendor? And did you have to buy any vendors or did you research on your own? Finding a good vendor was super hard. Like, oh my God. I've wasted so much money on bad vendors. No, I did not buy a vendor. I actually did my own research through Google. I took my time. I bought a lot of hair, good hair, all right hair, very bad hair. But it's definitely a process. Like, when I first started testing vendors, I didn't really have intentions on selling hair, but I was just tired of buying other people's hair that I wasn't really satisfied with. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just buy these vendor hairs and see until hopefully I find one that's good. But when I did find one that was good, this was like months, actually like a year after I first started, I was like, you know what, I was ready to expand my business anyway, so it's like it was a perfect opportunity that presented itself. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start selling hair. And people were always interested in knowing what hair I was wearing anyway, so I'm like, if everybody wants to know what I'm wearing, I might as well just sell it because it makes sense. Okay, what is your best advice for someone who's trying to start a business? My best advice is just get it done. Don't tell anybody your ideas. Don't make anyone's opinion more important than your vision, because everybody's gonna think, you know, whatever they want to think. Definitely write out your goals so that way you know what you're trying to accomplish at what given time. And, you know, just give it your all. Stay dedicated, because, you know, there can be times when having a business where you get discouraged if things aren't going your way. So definitely try to keep yourself motivated. What inspired you to sell hair? I don't know. Like, I get inspired by two main people in the hair industry, Mingli and Amor Jada. They're my two inspirations. Their hair is always laid, always bomb, and I'm like, I can do that. So that's basically what kind of inspired me. Why did you want to start a YouTube channel? So I never really wanted to start a YouTube channel because I get so nervous in front of the camera. Like, I'm nervous right now, but everybody kept asking me, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and I feel like it could be good for my business as well. It's another platform that I can open myself up to, and I have a lot of good ideas that I would love to share with you guys. So that's kind of what got me on YouTube. I have some more questions. This question says, what made you start your brand? What motivated you to actually continue your idea when you started it? And what if things maybe did not sell as quick as you wanted it to? What encouraged you not to give up? So one thing about starting a business is when you first come out, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to doubt you from the start, especially because they don't know whether or not, especially in the hair game, they don't know whether or not your product is worth investing into. So you have to deal with, that in the beginning. So if, say, a product didn't sell as fast as I wanted it to, I just knew that, all right, maybe I need to wear it, show people that it's actually good, market it correctly, and then it would just take off from there. But what encouraged me not to give up? I'm just a very, like, dedicated person. Like, I don't let little things like that stop me, because you have to understand, like, everything happens at the right time. And even if something goes really well for somebody and happens and takes off quickly for someone, doesn't mean it's going to do the same for you. So I just move at my own pace. I stay in my own lane, and that's what motivates me to keep going, because I'm just like, all right, even if things might not be going the way I want it to go now, you never know what could happen next week, tomorrow, or a month from now. Like, you just never know what could happen. So just keep on going, keep pushing, and, you know, once you're dedicated and consistent, something is good something's good is bound to happen. Will you be coming to Georgia? I do have intentions on moving to Georgia after I graduate, like probably 2 years after graduation. I really want to move there. Like, I want to live in Buckhead. That's one of my long-term goals. What advice would you give to your younger self? Advice that I would give to my younger self is hard times are definitely going to come. And, you know, when these things do happen, just push through. You're going to get through it. You know, there's a lot that you're going to have to deal with in your future. You know, keep your head on your shoulders and, you know, stop being bad. Because I was bad as a kid. Like, I was bad. So that's some advice I would give my younger self. How did you manage getting over the loss of your boyfriend? I never really got over it. I think that's the best way to put it. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. But, you know, I just feel like it's important when you do go through a loss of losing somebody, you just try to remain that person that person knew. Don't change, don't stop doing what you're doing, because they wouldn't want that. So I just feel like it's really important to keep pushing, keep striving for all the goals or accomplishments that you guys discussed when they were here, and, you know, live your life for them. And, you know, pray. I pray a lot. Like, you know, talk to God. Like, that's what really helps me. You know, I ask God for advice. I pray. I talk to my mom a lot, like my close friends, like, you know, and also keeping good friends in your corner is what helps me through my situation. So as long as you have good friends, good energy, you know, people that's uplifting you, that's all I can really say about that. Okay, this is the last question I'm going to answer. How do you know when to cut unhealthy friends off? Listen, man. People are very toxic. And when you realize that you have toxic energy in your circle, you're going to feel it. Like, you're going to feel it in everything that you do. Like, you're going to wake up some mornings and be like, damn, like, I know I have to do this, but I don't feel like doing this. And once you feel like that, you have to start questioning, like, why am I acting like this? What is happening in my life that's causing me to be like this? And you have to watch people's movements too, because people will be around just for the benefit of what you're doing. So it's like you have to be mindful and look out for red flags. Like, I've had people that I got so close to, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be friends forever. And it's like, people really show their ass. So when people show their ass, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, you have to understand, like, people do certain things because that's what they do. So when they do these things, you have to be like, all right, this person showed me that this is them. So don't think, oh, they just did this because they were having a bad day. No, like, don't make excuses for people, especially if they show that their true colors several times. Like, you just got to cut that person off. Like, I don't usually have to cut people off, but when I do, you're cut off, and that's just it, because I don't have time for that. Like, I'm trying to live my best life. I'm trying to grow my business. So if there's people in my life that has to go, like, you just have to go. Like people say, people are in your life for a reason and a season. Once you determine the difference, you're going to be good. But yeah, that's all for my questions. This is my first question and answer video. I hope I answered all the questions to the best of my ability for you guys. And there's so many more videos to come, but this was, you know, definitely an icebreaker for my YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. There's so many things coming, so this is just a start. Thanks.